we're in. Thanks to Nefer's reputation, once again. But we still know nothing about how Flint's is gonna enter, or how we'll pick him up. Never mind how we'll leave later on. Something the matter? Huh. That looks like Flint's lantern. But where is he exactly? Well, we've got the lantern. What now? Oh, Paimon almost screamed out loud. You never said you could do magic like that.
This lantern may have a rather peculiar shape, but so long as it doesn't glow, it won't stand out in the dark. I calculated that you would have already entered, so I chose a spot visible from the window before using, as I thought. You're both sharp-eyed and...
The perks of being veteran adventurers, huh?
Your composure is more impressive still. You're right. That required a little... But let us leave such trivial topics for a more relaxed moment. Our time is limited, after all. Just as I thought. Come, try sensing it yourself. Identical powers must flow from the same source. It was the Wild Hunt, then, that took my form and killed the Sergeant Major. But why
To sow chaos by depriving the Lightkeepers of one of their commanders?
If the Wild Hunt's true form is powerful enough to stand against the world as you claim, I fear not even the full force of Lightkeepers could stand it. He would have no reason whatsoever to pick quarrels with individual ants. Let's look again more closely. We must leave no stone unturned. Well, that makes things simpler. In that case, allow me to disturb the fallen. May the ghost flame guide your spirit. May you rest in peace. When we fought, he seemed like quite a reckless foe. Certainly not the meticulous mastermind type. Yet here we are, grappling with this enigma he has left us.
Oh, if we can't get any leads, we might have to go back and find Nefer. Oh, the longer we're stuck here, the likelier he is to achieve his goal. Ugh, this is so frustrating! You mean this?
I'm not well versed in machinery, but that means his mechanical arm is malfunctioning, right?
No, that's not right. Paimon remembers this signal. We saw it doesn't mean that the components are damaged. It just means that they're due for regular maintenance. But the real problem is that... Yeah, he even helped us find the maintenance port. It could still be a coincidence, but considering it hasn't been long at all since we were repairing
The Soci you met could have been Rerir in disguise. In other words, he played the Sergeant Major before disguising himself as...
That's right! If only there was some way to prove it.
You mean Hintsa?
We had a short chat with him once at the tavern, but it's so late. Guess it'll have to wait till tomorrow.
I know where he lives. The situation is critical, so let us now take up the role of uninvited guests ourselves. Ah, yes. And one more thing. Remember to pick me up by the window.
Oh, it's you two. And Flint's. Given the hour, I guess it must be an emergency.
It is indeed. Our sincerest apologies for interrupting your rest. We are investigating a certain matter in connection with Sergeant Major Sosi. We'd like to know if he has sent you a request for maintenance to...
Sosi. Oh. You know what? Forget it. I'm sure it's complicated. No further question.
Thank you for your understanding.
Got it. 8 days ago, he came to request a round of regular maintenance. But as it happened, I had run out of the required His mechanical arm is especially sophisticated, having been designed by Aino personally. The parts, too, could only... As such, they usually take several days to arrive. In fact, this time, he even asked me if we could push his request forward, and I understood. Completely. Not being able to use your hand, that's rough for anyone. But even more so if your job involves fighting out in the... And eventually, the parts arrived. 3 days ago, if I remember correctly. I sent word to the Lightkeepers immediately, but, what's with those faces?
You've provided us with some very crucial information, Hintsa. You have our thanks. We can't make everything public yet, but once our investigation is complete, I will return to thank you and provide an explanation on behalf of all the Lightkeepers.
No worries. Just glad I could help.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night. Hope the investigation goes well.
It seems that it is as we guessed. The Sergeant Major Sosi you encountered while repairing the cannon was 8 days ago. He had yet to act. But at some point after that, he attacked. With the immense gap in strength between them, the job was finished in a single blow. And thus Rerir had no opportunity to discover the malfunctioning mechanical arm. Perhaps his mastery of shapeshifting extends only to outward form, and not therefore to complex internal mechanisms. Hence his oversight of the uniquely mechanical traits of the Sergeant Major's arm, and in turn, this flaw in...
You're saying he thought no one would realize his mechanical arm is actually made of some kind of black muck on the inside, so... Still seems like there's a lot of guesswork involved here, but it mostly makes sense.
This also has me stumped for the moment. The cannon has always been used to destroy, but how would that help Rerir? Assuming he plans to collect the fragments within Wild Hunt anomalies, firing the cannon works against him, since it would blast...
So we solved one mystery, only to dig up another. Whew. This is getting Paimon kinda down. And sleepy.
Yes, I'd say it is high time we took a break. Seems like we'll have to fight Rerir eventually. And we'll do a poor job if we're...
Yeah, we should totally totally get some sleep first.
A reasonable suggestion. I have no doubt that my quarters have been turned inside. My colleagues have never failed to live up to my expectations.
Well, guess we'll just have to pick you.
That would be good, yes. Feel free to put the...
Phew, back inside. We can finally take a breather.
I suppose we could all take a moment to unwind. Had you already sensed the unique power within my lantern at that time? I see. Words truly do fail to capture. Fortunate then that abyssal energy was only leaking from the fragment in minuscule amounts when we first met.
Yeah, hard to say how that would have played out. We've had a whole bunch of unpleasant run-ins with the Abyss.
You mean to ask why I'm going this far to oppose him? Well, as a Lightkeeper, I'd say I'm simply doing...
Yeah! You're covered in more mysteries than Paimon could shake a skewer at!
All right. I suppose I do owe you some honesty, whether out of gratitude or the need to build trust. Your deductions have been quite correct. Should one wish to conceal oneself within a lantern, you know humans well. And naturally, you understand their limits. But some things that humans would consider difficult are quite normal in the eyes of non-humans.
So, you mean you're...
Have you heard of how Snezhnaya was once the realm of the Fae? This race is no longer of any importance, but they still exist. As evidence...
We've heard some scattered legends, but that's all Paimon thought there was to it.
I once turned my heart toward humanity, and thus did I experience loss. I once labored and did much, and put an end to my... When you realize you are floating in the middle of a vast ocean, you cannot help... Would it not be better then to simply sink? But before I could sink to truly lightless depths, chance had it that I should be awakened by a band of Ratniki. They were facing a horde of abyssal monsters, and could not last against such a disparity in strength. Yet none fled. Those who dwell in darkness for long enough become exceedingly sensitive to all light. And the first light I saw upon a...
Is that why you chose to help them?
Perhaps I was moved by their valor. Perhaps I simply saw my past self in them, and was moved to action for the first time. But I was freshly awoken, and my powers were limited. The survivors and I buried the fallen heroes. That was the origin of the final night cemetery. Well, not exactly. I was just more familiar with them. So joining up seemed the most convenient way to experience human.
Doesn't sound too believable.
Well, I believe it. Besides, I'm well past the age when one might believe in things that nonetheless. There are still some things I will not allow to happen. Tomorrow I shall go and check our records to see if I can find any connection between the Wild Hunt, Maria...
Will you need us to get you where you need to be?
Oh, I'll be fine. I keep a backup copy at my residence in case of emergencies.
Can you even go back there right now? Won't there be Ratniki watching it?
Thanks for the reminder. I believe they'll have checked my place, but they won't have stayed. All things are ranked according to their priority, and we lack the manpower for such an open end. And even if someone is waiting, I have ways around that. I am the master of my own.
All right then, we'll trust you. We sure ended up chatting for a while, huh?
I didn't take you for the cautious sort. Anyway, I hope you'll help me keep this a secret. I'd prefer others not to know about my past unless strictly necessary. Nor do...
Paimon's lips are sealed too.
All right. Thanks again.
Finally, we can rest. Let's go get some sleep. There's tons to do tomorrow.
It's so noisy here. Back in my day, we'd...
So much noise. What's going on this time?
Hey! Where's Flint's? Is he here, or isn't he?
We would be most obliged if you would pipe down a little, dear guest. Our other...
Resting? We're all about to be done for, and you're talking about rest? Flint's is a wild hunt shapeshifter, here to deceive us all! If we don't get rid of him now, there'll be no end to this!
You'd better give him up. If anything happens, your business here is done for. You want that, huh?
Or are you in cahoots with him? You with the wild hunt too, huh?
What happened? Did something leak out? But we were so careful last night. How did anyone see us? What do you mean? This is so confusing! What do we do? These people are no match for Flint's, but they're super heated right. It's not like all the unusual stuff about him will make it any easier to explain either. Okay!
Hey! Let us in now!
My apology.
Hold on! Calm down, everyone!
What in Tevat is the meaning of this racket? Are you intent on deprived? Boss, do we really have to entertain people who don't respect the rules? Call a few of your boys and have them throw—
And what hole did you crawl out of?
A watering hole, of course. The one you've just disturbed. A place to get a moment's respite from all the recent unhappiness. Who'd have guessed people like you would come bursting in?
This is a matter of utmost importance. We've got salt— Exactly. And you sure don't—
Oh, don't I now? How about this then, boss? But if they don't, then they owe everyone here an apology, as well as compensation for all the racket they've caused.
Wait! It's... Oh?
All right. I suppose that's the only way. If we don't let them in now, they'll be back soon.
Oh. Alright then.
Well, I'd say that sounds like an impartial proposal. What say you?
Come on, everyone! Move it!
No sign of Flint's.
But how can that be? Has it—
Done searching, are we? Guess it's time to uphold your end of the bargain. So, Paimon, you've been waiting to ask me something, haven't you?
Yeah, how did they even find us here?
My inside man with the Lightkeepers informed me that you paid the crime scene a late-night visit. I surmise that you must have rendezvoused. Then, early this morning, a group of people gathered at the town gates, news spreading amongst them that the Wild Hunt could disguise itself by taking on— Everyone started throwing out the names of possible suspects. No one, seemingly, was exempt. And amidst it all, Flint's name started gaining more and more traction. I'm sure his solitary—
So, did Flint's make his escape after hearing about this?
And that's where I, Yehoda, the quick-witted, fleet-footed backbone of the curatorium, got my chance to while everyone was super focused on the argument in the main hall.
I got her to climb up to a window to help Flint's out, only for her to return with nothing but a lantern.
Aw, come on, Boss. I was just getting
We initially intended to bring Flint's back to the curatorium and wait those people out, but I never expected this. I imagine, though, that he wouldn't have left something that was so seemingly...
Might he intend to come back and get it later?
Well, he's out of harm's way now, so that's not super.
Oh?
What Paimon means to say is...
All right, then. Yehoda, let's have this discussion over at my place.
These are brownies. If you wanted to go...
I see. So Flint's has a fragment
Is he gonna be okay now that he's on his own again?
Earlier, he said that the fragment had gone still, so it's probably of no use to Rare now.
In that case, Rerir shouldn't have any reason to keep pursuing him, right?
If I were him, I would have simply turned my attention to collecting other fragments.
A reasonable course of action. Remember what we heard back at the tavern? The actual number of Wild Hunt anomalies destroyed has been... Some of these must have been Rerir's doing. He must have been seeking more fragments.
This much is pretty easy to understand, but why would he pretend to be Soci and put so much effort into getting the cannon up and running again?
Maybe 'cause that'd be more efficient than having to clear anomalies himself?
Yeah, I'm confident that the ammo we're packing has the oomph to do that. But I am a mechanic after all. For me... Ooh, why don't we find a few of those fragments ourselves and use Kuvaki to
Our lab could certainly accommodate such a test.
In other words, we gotta destroy a couple of anomalies.
Lightkeeper operations have just about ceased following. Meanwhile, the Wild Hunt continues to grow in scale by the day.
Then we best act fast. Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
A feeling we all share, I'm afraid.
There are 3 Wild Hunt sites that must be dealt with urgently. But I believe we have the capacity to handle it.
Works for me. Nefa and I will take our workshop assistants to deal with one of the sites.
The curatorium will handle another.
And we Frostmoon Scions shall deal with...
Paimon didn't think she'd ever get to see everyone here carrying a—
Never mind you. This is a first for me.
Let's head out then. We'll meet back up at my lab with the fragments.
Understood. Time is of the essence now. Our foe could make his next move at any moment.
Gotcha! Stay safe.
Huh. Anyone seen the lantern? Has Flint's dropped by already?
Well, considering what you said earlier, you know where we're going next, right?
Bring it!
No one's guarding this place, just like he said. But, where do we find the information he mentioned?
This way. Let's move. We're running out of time.
Ah! There you are! Okay, let's split up. Or not! How are we supposed to read through this many files?
Difficult, yes. But it is also our most to expose the true intentions of this Rarir. We need to dive into Nod-Krai's history.
Hope we don't land on our heads then. Ah! Ghost! That file suddenly moved by itself. This is a graveyard, right, Flint's? Do these things just kinda...
Many strange things happen here. But this...
But that file really did move by its... Hey! Come out!
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log?
Hey! Another file's moving!
Are we being given hints? I feel no hostility.
Really? Hey! Seriously, another one? Phew! Finally finished. Paimon Paimon sure could use a long break from...
The material I've read through has all been about past Wild Hunt incidents of enormous scale. What about you?
Paimon as well. Guess that makes 3 of us.
Whatever this is, it seems to want us to notice something.
All right. Paimon will go fetch hers. All these incidents look pretty different.
Wait. I've noticed something. Before the occurrence of these huge Wild Hunt events, and look, all these smaller scale Wild Hunt site reports share a common outcome.
They'd be detected, but would go inactive before any forces could be sent to deal with them. They could then be sealed directly using a tide seal stone.
Some of these records are too old. I doubt he had regained the ability to act freely yet, or we would have met long...
And here's another similarity. Kuvaki and nearby soil completely drained. Could this be important somehow?
Kuvaki and the Wild Hunt are mutually opposed forces. We Lightkeepers previously believed that these small Wild Hunt sites would temporarily go inactive due to being neutralized by the... But now that we've synthesized all this data, there is a key issue this hypothesis cannot explain. Indeed. Despite the name, I would not call a tide seal stone's sealing powers watertight exactly. But...
Paimon feels like she's almost got it.
Yes, that might be it. It could be that when Kuvaki and Abyssal energies meet, the stronger side will suppress the weak, and while Kuvaki can indeed destroy small-scale Wild Hunt anomalies, should Rerir be strong enough?
Paimon kinda gets where we're going with this.
What are you referring to?
We had a real close encounter with the Abyss in Netland. It's a force that tries to taint everything. It's hard to explain in detail, but basically, your reasoning makes...
Was there a gap between him pretending to be Sergeant Major Sosi and the cannon being fired?
There was. Aino needed to make some adjustments after we finished those repairs. Rerir, disguised as Sosi, left at that point, leaving him more than enough time to shapeshift into you, return to the Lightkeeper's office and set up the crime scene, before heading over to the cannon's target area and absorbing the Kuvaki.
It all makes sense. And all that just for the fragment I had with me. It begs the question, what makes it so special that he needs it so badly? That's odd. We shouldn't have any guests. I'll go take a look. Ah, it's an ibis.
It's carrying a letter! Ooh, Lama must have sent it. She can speak to little animals. Let's see here.
Situation urgent. The cannon began operating shortly after we left Nasha Town. It is locked on to Star Sand Shoal. Please return to Nasha Town and assist with all...
That's gotta be Rerir's doing. But why is he using the cannon again? Didn't he already fire it?
No time for speculation. He's already made his preparations. If you recall, if this bombardment continues to increase his strength, he might regain his complete form.
What should we do? There's no way we're getting back to Nasha Town in time.
Let's go to the cannon's target site. That's where we should find Rerir. One moment. Just let me get this news to Lauma. Nasha Town is in their hands.
Go! Fly! Not a moment to lose!
You're here, as expected.
Humans, you never change. Always trying to use powers you neither comprehend nor control. But it is also thanks to you that I found a way to return.
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this round's not gonna go...
Such faith in your But will the inhabitants of Nasha Town understand why they wish to stop the cannon? When all they see is the wild hunt surging up everywhere they look, the cannon must... This is the truth I have revealed to them. They did this all of their own. The zealous worship of power leads only to annihilation of equally zealous proportions. True power...
You were waiting for us to leave Nasha Town then.
Of course. I imagine the one you call Aino would have managed to stop the cannon otherwise. Shame that in their folly, the townspeople will bar the path of all who seek to stop the cannon.
Well, sir, you look most pleased with yourself. In that case, before you put us out of... See this fragment? It once haunted your dreams. But now it seems useless to you. What is it?
That is my...
Sorry, what?
My body was once torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself. But even... every last fragment calls to me. Sooner...
What are you even saying?
Huh. So the terror of the wild hunt was in fact caused by scattered pieces of your corpse.
Serendipity guided the fragments to construct an incomplete version of myself, upon which I began. But each time, the fragments I obtained were, while that which you hold in your hand was...
So that's why it responded so strongly to you.
Only by retrieving this most critical piece could I gain mastery over the turb.
Hence, you fired that first shot, hoping to regain enough power to seize...
Are you completely crazy? Weren't you afraid of dying?
Dying? Such power has no hope of killing me. It may destroy my form over and what truly infuriates me, however, is how you've destroyed my heart. All that's... I've adapted to the strength and flow of this Kuvaki. The next cannon shot, it will not be a full restoration, no. But it will be more than enough to destroy any... Still, I suspect the Kuvaki will have rendered you down to nutrients for my consumption. Well...
Traveler! Behind you! Look at that light!
Dang it! Who fired up the cannon without my say-so?
Its defensive barrier has also been activated, likely in anticipation of interference by malicious...
The air is thick with fear and anxiety. It's spooking the birds.
You're here. Looks like this was all part of Rerir's plan. Not only did he plant... Yehoda's gone in to scout out the situation. She'll be back any minute.
I'm back! I'm back! Oh, it's bad out there. Rumors flying everywhere you turn. Something about the wild hunt preparing to spawn. But that's not even the worst of it. Lots of folks don't even believe the cannon can prevent this crisis. So they're getting ready to make a run for it. Others are trying to make a quick...
How could they still be thinking about Mora when such a catastrophe is imminent?
Unprecedented danger brings unprecedented opportunities in its wake. A chaotic situation can bury much wrong. Even those who flee without reserve put themselves at the mercy of the divine. Is it any wonder, then, that some will aim to profit? After all, a gamble that might rewrite one's entire life is...
Even so...
Well, seeing as you disapprove of their actions so strongly, Lady Moonchanter, I suggest that you be the one to handle them, not...
Affirmative. We must quell the chaos in Nasha Town as soon as possible. Also, the unexpected activation of the cannon entails a high risk of...
Well, about that... People have been talking about how someone might come to stop the cannon. They've decided they won't let anyone in.
What? I made that thing! They can't just take it from me!
They might. If Rerir has already formulated some... For example, he might have spread a rumor that the Wild Hunt would take your form.
Possibility, high. If they view the cannon as Nasha Town's only hope, they are likely to conclude that anyone who tries... We will face strong resistance, but they're just ordinary people. Brute force must be...
There's no time. Let's go into the town. I'll find some way to calm the townspeople. You find a way... Oh, you're back. And you have a letter? The Traveler won't make it back.
Wait, what? Isn't that the cannon's target? Why?
Assessing risk level. Max.
So if we can't prevent the cannon from being fired...
Then he's prepared for the worst.
And we must ensure that his trust in us is not misplaced.
Most of those we've met so far have been attempting to escape, so they haven't gotten in our way. But it looks like they formed groups to protect the cannon. If they believe that we're with the Wild Hunt, we'll have no choice but to...
Is that Lady Lauma? But are you really...
It's you, Rixa. I believe you recognize this power, having lived on Hisi Island for so long.
I do, yes. So it really is you, my lady. But why are you here? Really, I believe you, but...
The townspeople have been misled into believing that they needed to activate the cannon. I am here to stop them.
But...
I know what you wish to say. Our island and Nasha Town have never had close ties. There should be no but you chose to leave the island. You had the resolve and the courage to stop. It is unfair. Unjust that you should be dragged into this mess just as that. I seek to redress this injustice, not only for you, but for... Please, have faith in our long-standing...
Thank you, my lady. Thank you.
Then come. I need you to step forward.
All right, I understand.
Seems we chose the right person for the job. All right, everyone.
Huh? You're not
We won't be able to calm this storm by our power alone. As such, I'll need... Let's go, Yehoda.
Okay. See you again, everyone!
Remember these words. The road shall be paved with truth, and we shall pave it ourselves.
It's you, Lady Moonchanter. It's her! Everyone, it's her!
You're right, my lady. At times like these, we must rely on ourselves.
I always knew something was off about you.
We won't let you back, abyssal creature, aren't you?
Time to teach you a lesson you won't forget.
Leave this to us, Lady Moon. Chanter. Go.
Lady Moonchanter, there's a child here!
It's all right now. Go, quickly.
You wretched monsters! You're not getting anywhere near the cannon!
The monsters you fear do not exist here. The madness you have fallen to has been the source of untold disasters.
You think we had a choice?
Destiny is no excuse for greed and destruction. The choice has always been yours to make, and it remains so, even now.
Thank you for bringing us here. We can quickly overcome the barrier by going upward from over there.
The cannon is all yours now.
Got it. Thanks, Lauma. Inefa, give her a crown.
Orders received and immediately deferred. Departure
Please, everyone, listen to me. I will not deny that we hold different beliefs. But in the face of the immense threat that hangs above us all, we must persist in trusting one another. Otherwise, rifts will surely form, prized open by those who harbor. If your fear is born of helplessness, if you flee because you know not how to fight, then I am no god. But so long as we hold our candles steady and unite beneath the same moonlight, no deception or rumors can be concealed from us. Let us resolve then to defend ourselves and to stand firm against the false illusion.
Let's go, Inefa. This way up. Let's go, Inefa. This way up. This is making me dizzier than I expected.
Adjusting route. Make ready. Adjusting route. Make ready.
Out of the way, small fry. What happened to the path?
Track missing. Fall imminent.
Come on, come on, come on! Get out of there!
Whoa, nice!
Preparing barrier breakthrough. Brace for impact.
Knuckle, what are you doing here?
Evacuation chamber deployed. Ultimatum interference detected. Entering countermeasure mode.
This isn't good enough, we gotta hurry!
Scanning. Kuvaki ammunition fully loaded. Preheating complete. The cannon is going through its final pre-fire checks.
Aw, alright, let's hit the emergency brake!
Assessment. Not enough time. Emergency brake will cause internal explosion of stored Kuvaki. Damage assessment. Incalculable. Nasha Town like...
No! I mean a manual brake, the primitive kind!
A manual brake. Understood. Roger that. We are out of time.
All your efforts have been futile. It is too late now.
Perhaps you're right. Why aren't you running?
Sigisato passa sax, iti potutos. In necritus necrus baptisi, que omnes tu solos pentusi. Osesticos palatin pirantur resurrecum, topirtu aetion veratum.
Well, that's not good.
Sluggish. Torpid. This... I can barely muster 10% of my originals.
Let me guess. You didn't get a human...
What's with him?
Verfnir.
Watch out! Whatever rationality he still had when he was searching for his body is gone. All that's left is the calamity you see before you.
Matters not. Having a heart. Being human. It's all irrelevant. Completely and utterly you. Matter not. Does anything in this... You too have the potential to be driven mad by knowledge. But the truths you seek are so insipid. How laughable that you should die for their sake.
You're wrong. The unknown is but a fog to be dispersed. Knowledge is the true pillar of the world. You're not the only one who got stronger. Polonia!
It seems this young lady aided in our escape. You have my sincere gratitude. The flowers here bloom in such peaceful silence. I imagine you would not have invited anyone here were— Oh? I take it that means you've been here before then. In that case—
Columbina! What did you do that for? I studied his abilities inside out, equipped Polonia with comprehensive countermeasures. We were going to settle the—
But he still broke through, did he not?
What? You expect a battle to be completely one-sided? I just didn't expect him to have no sense of honor whatsoever. Polonia would have been fine in a head-on clash.
Oh, so you actually thought you could win. Have you been taking care of yourself lately? Your calculations seem to have deviated quite seriously. Perhaps you could try sleeping and rising earlier.
Hey, listen here, Columbina. I tolerated your nonsense previously because we were colleagues. There's a Fatui warrant out on your head, and don't you forget that. Don't make me bite you.
Oh, I was just a little concerned about you, that's all. Just like that time when you weren't making any progress with your—
That was none of your business! And don't you ever drag me out to one of your freaky hovels again! Come on, Polonia! We're leaving!
Well, anyway, thank you. I was worried about you, too. Not only because the remains of the Eternal— And then well,
You're not afraid to speak your mind, miss. I like that. Please.
Still, what do we do now? Rurer's gotten stronger again.
We did block most of the Kuvaki, so I'd say we've put a lid on his plans, but we still don't know what his aims are. And he may continue gathering power.
After you left, I can no longer sense his presence. That means it's safe out there for now, right?
A question, if I may. Kind Miss Columbina. When the cannon's Kuvaki beam was deflected earlier, I saw several bolts of energy streak toward Hisi Island, only to be blocked.
No.
I see. Curious.
Oh yeah! The cannon veered off course in the end, didn't it? Paimon wonders how Aino and the others are doing.
In that case, Miss Columbina, I shall not disturb your serenity any longer. Thank you once again for coming to the rescue.
Go now, all of you. Do not worry. My strength still. It seems my time is running out.